space.
So much chip damage to FURIA right now. They've got to be so careful and be behind each other on this take. John Cutie waiting.
Havoc, though, first contact. Tens gets the first blood, though. John Cutie still waiting. And all the rest of Sentinels are there to help out. Kills are coming to flood. Now for the Sentinels as well. Look back to a 2 versus 2. Now second has to try to win it. Caught on the ropes. Sentinels will win the pistol. Comes down to a 3-2-1 call right now for Sentinels to start using that utility. There's that pain shells towards Hell. That's going to do a lot of damage onto NW0. But Havoc is able to get that shot onto Tens. A flash around the corner. And Havoc's trying to stay alive as supported from his teammates. And it's looking pretty good now for FURIA on this pulse plan. Seconds left alone, half HP, only a stinger. And Khalil picks it up. Active around the map too. There's already a double flank going through. What rotate and a flank rather, as FURIA are now decided to commit towards the A site. John Cutie holding behind the map with the first pick. Cage down, caught with his pants down as well. Havoc trades it out. An advantage for FURIA in a pulse plant.
Spike planted.
All this a delay from Saucy to try to give a chance for Tens to flank behind. Khalil still watching that ramp. It was Labor. Gets that pick though. Even up on a 2 versus 2. Noswar is low on HP. Havoc full HP on his end as they're doubling up together on the attack side, trying to fight the elbow. Behind the smoke, walks through the timing. Now spotted by Saucy. He saw Noswar inside the corner of the screens. It's a crossover, and the shot's missed by Noswar. An opportunity to defuse, easily done there, as Tens watches the recross, and Sentinel, they get that gun round. Head-on back, waiting for the wall to come up to try to escape, and they'll be able to do so, but the lurk doesn't work out. A 1v1 against Tens. Tens wins it against Conan. Now that activates FURIA towards the A site, trying to capitalize on something we mentioned. The numbers of Sentinels towards this A site. I mean, they're having fun so far. Dwindling down the numbers of FURIA, it's Khalil left alone. He's trying to look towards that middle. The Boombot's gonna spot him. Able to break it a bit and also get the kill onto Zekin, but with the spike down, and all of Sentinels over this spike, it's looking difficult for Khalil to get anything done here.
30 seconds left.
All right, so FURIA have gone away from the Yoru composition. They've taken the double duelist composition.
Can mix it out, and Scave falls back towards Hell. Trying to push the numbers back, and Havoc answers first onto Saucy inside the B main. And back and forth we go here on that middle take. Now in the front of that B site. Second is pressure from 2 corners. And finally, FURIA take over this B site. It's up to John Cutie alone.
All right!
And this is finally looking good now for FURIA since the timeout.
So we're now seeing FURIA try to put the strat book to work.
The dog.
Oh no.
Was going inside from the orb, and Zekin picks up an easy kill. Again, trying to pivot across. Tens gets caught though. That's an opening right now towards the B site. It's open for FURIA to move in. We're just waiting here for Khalil, smoking out towards the spawn, and he'll TP across for a safe plant.
Yeah, they just don't know yet. You gotta give all the credit here. You might just get spammed through a smoke.
Spike planted.
Oof. Super low on the chip damage there. And a good flank here coming in from Conan.
And that's the Seekers from Sentinels to get information. The late lurk also spotted as Conan's forced to retreat and play it back from the A main where the spike's not planted for him. This gives a chance now for Sentinels to activate, but that's a nice shot from Havoc. He's trying to wrap around. 2 players inside that site on the high-low. Havoc trying to find that timing. First contact is MW0, and it works out. John Cutie again. A second attempt denied as Havoc scores 4 in the round.
Finding a descent is just anchored in the back of the sights right now.
That's Saucy in the back of the site. There's only 10 seconds left. You got to move quick. Tens gets the pick. And that's going to make it difficult, rendering difficult for FURIA to move inside. There's that side step, easy kill, and that is the round confirmed for Sentinels. Saucy's so good behind that map. A site is always his.
Utility with the orb grab.
Showstopper there. There's that trip.
That's one way to kill it.
It's wasted. But at least FURIA has control of that B site.
Welcome to my
Even Pit coming out on the attack, allowing Khalil to move in and try to get that plant. It's another safe plant coming through. Snake bites coming down on the ground, but no damage being done. And we're in a great spot now for FURIA to play that pulse plant. There's also that fate that they were trying to do for FURIA on that A side. It's now a late lurk and a backside from Noswar. Up shot missed though as Saucy takes control of it from the B heavens. Smoke towards the B main, and we're trying to find that right timing for Sentinels to flood back inside this Viper's pit. Havoc trying to push forward. Here's the footsteps. Here's the TP. Khalil gets the pick to trade it back out, and FURIA are finally holding the pulse plant. Player advantage coming in their favor. Over aggression coming out from FURIA though, as that clock is still ticking down. It might be too little too late. You already see Tens pulling back, and also is Zelsis. FURIA will still end with the round in their favor. trying to punish a mistake.
Needs a
Spoke towards the screen, the walk across, easy kill for a second, as it wasn't checked after all.
30 seconds
Now the
left.
pivot coming in with 30 seconds left. They have to come in now towards the A site. Nice shot by John Cutie. Showstopper now out, trying to delay him back. Celsius on that flank. Showstopper actually managed to survive there at 2 HP for Khalil.
Spikes in A main.
Second hat though. Now they know it's towards A main. John Cutie gets that wall bang. Spike is now down. Saucy once again in the back of the map. Puts the kill on the board. Celsius on that flank, and it's clean in the end for the Sentinels. A split activated for FURIA. Top of B heaven. B main. Second connects that shot onto Khalil. Seeker's coming out on the defensive side to get information. Tense inside that smoke.
Get out of my way.
But there's the rest of FURIA moving through. Bladestorm now activated. Both duelists moving inside. And Tens gets picked off. It's a beautiful trade. Now Seeker's onto the attack.
30 seconds left.
V2.
You have a lower buy from FURIA that might convert here. The Seekers is getting information. Look at that Seeker just dancing across and finally connects there on the top of heaven. And that's Celsius. The shot's not connecting. Coden falls. Nas are trying to save the round, and his shots also do not connect. Now pivoting back out.
One enemy remaining.
Now to a 1v1, and John Cutie is able to save that round for Sentinels. With 3 players playing contact on the top of middle, and that's Havoc, though, swinging out from Mail.
Okay.
And Zek gonna fall.
Starting off this round real nice. I saw Havoc in the mess room playing the basketball. Yep, getting his shot on the start bands. He's got the wrist action already going here.
A nice little 3-pointer for sure.
It's one way to start off here when you need all these rounds. So B hit coming in. Khalil's gonna smoke to delay, but it looks like Sentinels are heavy on this B.
Definitely see there that for FURIA side, they're also very active around the map. Going back and forth as Havoc after that first kill on Mail, trying to prep up paint shells here, but it's too late. Big paranoia though comes out on the defensive side for Khalil. Flash to answer right back, and it's a 1v1 towards that back of the site. Trades coming through. Spike yet to move inside now for the Sentinels, but there's 3 players of FURIA already rotated out towards the B main. Tens now under heavy attack. Saucy fully blinded. Tens does save his teammate for a bit. Saucy, they're gonna hear the reload. Swings out at least for a kill.
Spike down.
Actually got the dink instead. Now Tens is alone. Dancing around, and FW0 is there on the save. Now forcing Sentinels to swing out one by one. A nice little cage though, and paint shells onto the front of the A site. A TK, but at least Sentinels are moving in. Big flash coming across. Noswer just driving by, but Sentinels are answering back.
Wait.
A 2v2. Trying to move back towards that site. They'll move it safely as Celsius gets the plant.
They have the better guns right now in this too. It's gonna be a Marshall and a Spectre coming in. For Bulldog and the Guardian, this actually should be Sentinels taking it right back, fans.
And Khalil is not there with MWZ to try to flash for him. Playing both extremities at the entrance. The flash is being used towards Hell to clear out, again, those weapons that you mentioned now is an opportunity for Sentinels to actually play the perfect crossfire against this weaker buy, you could put it this way now for FURIA. Footsteps are now being heard towards the front of the mat. The backstab coming out from Zekin and also Khalil. And NW0 is trying to save that round. Still stuck with the Marshall, 20 HP. And that clock is ticking down.
One shot on either side.
Celsius just runs the time down in his favor.
Oh!
NW0 gets a nice pick.
Wait a minute.
Gonna be close.
Fans! .03.
Flash goes towards the A ramp. Shots are missed. And a second one also onto Tens. Almost hit that freebie. Tens out of the shrouded step. Flicks in down for the kill. And Nozzle is under a heavy pressure and under heavy attack in the back of this A site. Turning around, and there's Celsius to greet him.
That's wild. MWZ has an op here, and they've avoided it completely and probably won't be able to be used for the retake. But you see just how many things you have to deal with on the entry. Havoc was there. His crosshair was broken twice. He's like, oh, a raise. But wait, oh, an omen. It's like, what are you supposed to do in that? Sentinels are always keeping things in their strats when they do them that would throw anybody off who's up front. John Cutie has the left. The explosion from screens collapses on FURIA if they time it right.
There's that judge coming into work, but Tens is out towards the elbow. A 1-for-1 and an advantage for FURIA as they're storming back towards the A site.
Here.
2 players still playing out towards the screen. A double swing out, a wide one coming through as Celsius picks the kill. Off shot misses, second one connects, back to a 1v1. And it's against NW0 close range with the shorty. Denied, but there's no time. NW0 forced to fall back.
See him?
Saw him too late, but he snuck through towards the
This is
billboard.
weird. This,
Oh, man.
what a save.
Juggling across util and weapons, Tens gets punished. There's still a showstopper to work with, though, for Zekin, as looks like John Cutie has identified that it's an open A site. Sasi's already rotating all the way back. Celsius will play the lurk. And all of FURIA with the last 3 players are still holding up towards the B heavens.
That's the second one. So they play it strong towards B here, right?
30 seconds left.
Wait a minute. Action towards mid.
Walking down for contact, and
Yeah.
Zelsis has an inkling. Just holds it deep now towards Ramen. This gives an opportunity now for 2 players to rotate towards the back. I mean, it'll get spotted by a trip and a camera. Zelsis will have an opportunity to go for a very late lurk or take control of A heaven late as it's planted for them. Camera's not spawning, but you don't need to. Their trip is there. Camera gets broken first. And now the players can hold towards the back of the site as well for Sentinels. They're in a great spot to lock out this first map. FURIA has the time once again against them, with the spike been planted. Showstopper now to try to delay even more. Zekin finds the opener there to trade it back. Ooh. Second kill, make that a 3rd in the round as Noswer falls. Last one to go is Conan. Trip is close, he falls back, but there's really no time in the end. Easy kill for John Cutie. As Sentinels come out strong on the first map. The Sentinels are trying to fight and push forward from yellow. A quick flash, a double flash coming through. Sense gets the pick, but NWZero with that lurk opens it up on the A side where Celsius is right there for the backstab.
They have to have this middle control here, Sentinels. If you look at the mini-map, this turret's firing into the top side of the tube, but they have to keep it middle, and Zelsis being there has been a huge boon already. Ready to retake from screens now once they get John Cutie here. And they'll have that flash from 10. No, they will not have the flash from 10s to enter the site from screens as usual.
Noswer, though, trying to hold down that spike. A 3v3, damage players across the board, but FURIA are lighting up the scoreboard. John Cutie alone with the Sheriff, but body shots all aplenty with Noswer and Khalil with 1 shot each. But it's Conan playing the off angle at the bottom at screens. Definitely working towards that. Oh, but unfortunately, as they heard the tap on that orb, Khalil was trying to go for that pick. At least he'll score that ult orb in the next round. Now FURIA trying to push back out towards that B main. Recon dart, Dizzy. Not really spotting anybody yet. John Cutie's playing out in the open as he didn't get tagged by that recon. Sees a jump across, Tens with the support. Players are falling down for FURIA.
1 enemy remaining.
Easy hold for Sentinels in the end. Noswer the last man standing. A flawless answer right back by the Sentinels. Dizzy's thrown, and Sentinels forced to fall back, so it works out at least on that end. Zekin pushing forward, first blood in the round, a trade, at dismiss. Molly into the corner, forcing them out. Noswer trying to push forward, but Pens is there for the support. He gets 2!
1 enemy remaining.
As Khalil also falls in the end, Conan was trying to get that lurk on that B side or activate something.
Side, nice one-way denial, more slowing down FURIA.
I was gonna say it was a good idea there that Zelsis stayed alive so the turret gets that information. He gets picked off, but at least his teammates were there to help. We mentioned the amount of rounds and the amount of kills that Khalil was getting now activates the lockdown, clearing the space now for the attack side of FURIA to try to get this plant through. There's that timing, though. Beautiful orb being placed and delayed from John Cutie, allowing Tens to get this pick. Spike now down, 2 players left alive, 23 seconds left. And again, the time plaguing against FURIA on how they're trying to fight the site or fight the map on their attack side. It continues to rain here on this icebox map. With 10 seconds left, you have no choice once again but to try to save. They're looking to do this early. 2 players now sitting up in that area. Easy
the off goes
for a
mid.
second. And then NWZero trying to answer back. And that Zekin jumping up on the windowsill and gets an easy pick. And a 3rd one right there. Oh, to Noswer. Spike down, picked up, and instantly there. Difficult for FURIA to get anything done in this 6th round. Turret now spots the player. Zelsis sees here the backpack of Khalil. Wingman's trying to move forward to at least get the plant down. Tens is there to support. Spike down for a 2nd time. Khalil made some noise, and that is probably the end of the round. Very, very soon here. And look at FURIA. They want to stay back. I mean, they have Util to work with. They have the Hunter's Fury. There is the lineups, and that's just going to delay even more. Protect Noswer. Protect the VIP. And there's that Hunter's Fury to come out. Cancels that, the defuse. Conan playing on the top. Connects onto Zelsis. And that might be it right there.
There's a lot of time.
Not even halfway. Second gets that pick. It's now at half. The picks are coming through.
All right.
And there you go. Khalil's low on HP, but that wingman is still going for that planet generator. Denied now by Sentinels towards that back of the side. Nice split from Zekin to headshot Havoc. Now a counter coming through. Wingman coming out on the defensive side, trying to stun some players as Sentinels are trying to move back towards that site. There's a temp of a plant from Conan. Nobody's watching that line. An easy kill for TenZ. Underhand flash being thrown. A second peek. Now spotting Noswer on the left side of 410. Snake bite to delay even more. The clock is dwindling down. And now it forces senvsfur to try to make a play. And all of FURIA also are trying to make a play as they get denied once again.
Toxins going up.
And FURIA has identified a little bit when Conan was able to slip through twice, but not this time around. TenZ rotated back from Boiler with the underhand flash to get the easy pick.
Good lurk here. Does MWZera cause havoc, or is it just Sentinels?
I mean, as you have a good lurk on the top of Boiler,
nope.
Sentinels are still pressing in both extremities, and you scale these X's across the board. Everybody trying to force any type of rotate and try to get a backstab kill here for the attack side, but it's been fully denied at this lower buy they currently have here for FURIA. Noswer at least has a spike on his back still. You see the economy on the side of Sentinels. Everything's still looking very good on their first half. TenZ now spawning the top. They're dancing, but TenZ
Have not faked. FURIA have not faked a lot, so Sentinels are going to read this and play into it.
even gets a pick before the lyric came out. So denying MWZera once again. Null coming out from TenZ. Spike denied on the other end from Saucy, anchoring towards the back of the site to get one pick at the same time. TenZ now with full support. Crossfire is also being set up by the Sentinels, and FURIA cannot move forward as TenZ picks up 2 in the round. Again, another one of those moments. 1 versus 4, 1 versus 5, 1 versus anything.
And Molly's on the spike.
Even a recon dart coming out on the attack. Does not get any pings. Havoc playing forward, but again, it's Guardians for FURIA. Underhand flash. John Cutie picks up the pick. Trying to get the spray inside of that pit. Noswer is down to 5 HP. Conan trying to stay alive just at the edge of his pit. There's that defuse coming in. It gets denied by Noswer. Pit now comes down. Players are also falling on the other end. But there is potentially no time left here for the defuse. It will not happen. FURIA will get round number 4.
FURIA is not moving.
They're just winning off the util. Havoc now finally finding the timing to push forward. Scoring, answering first. Continuing the frags are FURIA. As we're seeing a reverse scenario of the first half. 2 players left alive. Make that only 1. Celsius against a full roster. Trying to hold it out here on the top of the A tower.
50
that nest.
50 bundles if he clutches.
I mean, you're paid, not me.
No. Nah, that was just an overall to the universe.
At least he'll get the backstab now. Double headshot onto MWZera, and that will also activate FURIA to swarm around. He's contained now towards the nest is Celsius. And there comes the wall bangs. Shock darts, he's trying to save his utility.
Ooh.
Which is actually a good thing to do now. Trying to save these into the later rounds. Nicely another kill, but Havoc wins it. Need it now to hold it back, and there's that first contact.
Oh, they just missed him.
There's that jump.
Oh, okay.
Cutie definitely does see him. And that's the first blood, scoring in a second one for Sentinels. That stack now dwindling down for FURIA, but a nice actually hold by FURIA towards the end as MWZera gets that pick with the Sheriff. A thrifty in the sights of FURIA as MWZera gets 3 in the round. Up towards this A side. Khalil though scores first from the screens up towards the A tower. TenZ falls. Plant attempted, which allows potentially a Thrash to come out, but it's a Thrash on the defensive side that comes out. Does get a contact. Khalil gets the pick up the second. John Cutie's trying to do whatever he can, as Celsius also denies the flanker. You're going to be fine in this corner, but you are dwindling down on HP. This gives a chance here for Sentinels to just reset. There's not too much util left. There's a mosh pit available for Saucy if they want to try to flush some players out. And Celsius also has his nanoswarms. Gets a first one on the top of the balcony. Crossfire picks it up, and that's a beautiful pit. In the end, the Konex towards the back of the side. It's traded out. Havoc now alone, but the spike is still out in the open of the A side. With that pick, you allow the Thrash to try to get some information. And Havoc's able to squeeze through. You won't see him, and finally to do so, tries to dodge away and crouches away towards the back of the site. 35 HP left. You hear the drop, the run forward. There's that first, but John Cutie's there to save the round for Sentinels. Zekin still has to try to create and gain that space. Trying to spam across. Plant now attempted down by Sasi's wingman. Underhand flash, beautiful by Tens. Trying to capitalize on the kill and wins it.
Gosh.
No trades coming out from MW0 as he gets denied on the top of B Heaven by Zekin. Last two players spot in the back of Snowman. Snake bite to flush him out, but Khalil lands 2 nice shots. Wall bangs. Tens actually wanted to try to convert those kills, decides to play the numbers with the rest of his teammates. But you are heavily damaged right now for FURIA, trying to work back the map.
Oh, Zeus is just creating trouble, trying to get noticed by the turret up in kitchen, so now they got to worry about what's behind them.
Molly also being thrown as the players are pushing forward, but you see the delays coming through. Nanostorms already came out, and there's Zeus hearing the back pedal, and he's trying to cut the rotate out towards the kitchen. Towards B main, that turret is going to sense and see. Nice flick though by NW0. To even up the tally, 4 versus 4. Wingman going for the plant. Deniability from Zekin as he was trying to get some control, but Tense at least is there. Underhand flash once again behind John Cutie's wall. A second one to clear out towards the site. Conan almost found that timing on the top of kitchen. Pit also went down. Lockdown now activate on the defensive side. But you already see the reposition here from John Cutie. He's not going to be affected by the radius of this lockdown, so he can keep the pit up. A little bit of an error now for FURIA as they're trying to retake the site. Leader now coming through, spams across, just trying to get lucky against John Cutie, who's down to half HP. Well, it's actually util being used instead. That's not looking too good here for FURIA to capitalize on the defuse. Tense gets the pick onto NW0, and the last 2 players falling back. Saucy's swinging out, and there's only going to be Khalil that remains. By 4 rounds where NW0 stayed patient the whole time, but still gets punished.
What is it about those angles for FURIA? It just seems like the moment they fall asleep at the wheel is when the peak comes through for Sen. One more time again it happens, and they are in to be scot-free here. Flawless so far. 3 members of FURIA left.
Ooh, still got the plant before the Hunter's Fury.
Yeah, that was very close.
Ended up being wasted, unfortunately, there. You saw a little bit of a head tilt rather from Noswer after not getting any contacts. At least Havoc scores against that lurk of Zelsis. Recon Dart could be very big right now for Noswer to find some information, and a Dizzy as well. There's util being used, forcing now Zekin out of position in front of Yellow. Wall comes up for John Cutie to try to keep him up, but Noswer finally kills him as the wall comes down. Noswer and Havoc fighting right back, and it's John Cutie alone. Wingman just got denied. At least it's diffused halfway. John Cutie focuses on the diffuser, but it gets picked off better by Noswer, and there will be time to defuse. Paris just shooting it out. There's that Lear. Whoa, the
that was
detain.
sick!
On to Tense, but there's still players to hold it back. That second gets 2 kills. Before he falls, but the spike's been planted by the Sentinels. Clear advantage on their end as well. Conan dropping down, delays coming through with the Nanoswarm. Saucy with the forward position just by the Jenny. The Baldy missed, the delay actually did land off the generator onto the spike. Tens around the corner, stopped by Noswer. Orb coming up, Saucy gets the pick. And no opportunity to get it halfway as Celsius gets the wall bang.
Get the site here.
Yeah, and Havoc only has a Sheriff to work with. It was anchoring that solo to start, but actually is able to get a pick off that. It doesn't allow Sentinels to get a wall here to move up. Viper now lost. Now Orb coming up on the defensive side. They're able to delay for a bit. There's that timing to come through. After Orb comes down on the defensive side, Plant now comes down for Sentinels, and Tens gets 2 picks. Havoc little falls, chasing for more kills. Noswer is there from the spawn to get the pick. Another Hunter's Fury out, finally does get the contact. But no kill there on the Saucy. Finally the 3rd beam will come through. Still a Nanoswarm on the top of that spike. Second one in hand of Celsius. Not even needed as of yet. Noswer to fall, Conan, last player standing, Pit to come out. Final kill needed for Sentinels to keep the dream alive. Back to a 1 versus 1 as he runs inside.
Oh my God!
They're on to Celsius. For Sentinels to plant towards his B site. For a second to move forward. Yeah, he's getting hit by his teammates. Nanoswarm as a flash comes through, and Saucy is able to save him. 2 players falling down. Havoc trying to fight right back. And there's an ult command coming out too from Tens. Not allowing utility to come back now for FURIA. Lockdown also put down by Celsius to delay the clock even more. All they need to do is delay so far. Yeah, they're tapping onto that spike, but it's not going to do much. Now you have to reactivate. Recon Dart not available for Noswer. Trying to get it on that top. It will ping too. But John Cutie still there on the side of Yellow to get that ping. Fragment on the ground. Wingman coming up. Gets denied, and Celsius gets the pick. Sentinels gives himself another chance to appear in a Stage 1 playoffs by defeating FURIA 2-0.